Everybody, let's get in a circle.
We're not done. Oh, they're cooking salad.
Shall we go around this way?
Shams, don't forget that the stove is on.
Okay, thank you,
Okay,
yes. You
I
did
kind of
that,
helped
thank
you.
you.
Yeah.
I'm Davy.
I'm Brett.
Nice to meet you.
Where is our seat? From down, consequence. Silver City.
You know about anything?
Don't photograph it.
Oh my God.
Characters. Well, that's a great description. The cucumber.
Circle within a circle.
All right.
Second circle.
Because of the room.
That works.
Yeah. Circle within a circle. Circle within a circle. Come. Right here. Okay, let's get in real tight. Let's hug each other. Okay, just want to thank everybody. Thank you, beloved Mother. Thank you, beloved Creator, Maker, for this beautiful, beautiful moment, beloved. We've been waiting for our friends that have been journeying. Beloved Creator, thank you for bringing them safe. We send our prayers out to Grandma Percy so that she can feel better. Beloved Creator, please bless her with your sacred healing breath and allow her to recover as quickly as possible, beloved Creator. I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank all of the hands that came together to prepare the food. I want to thank our Mother Earth, beloved Creator, the one that nourishes us, beloved Creator. Thank you, Mother, Father, Creator. Thank you, blessings, Grandfather, Son, for all of the beauty that you bring to us in nourishing us, taking care of us in that beautiful, beautiful way, beloved Mother. Thank you. On this sacred day, today is the day of Emosh. This is the day that we remember the grandmothers of the sacred waters, beloved Creator. This is the moment that we discuss the reasons of these sacred waters and the reasons of the feelings that they bring to us humans. We have the sweet, the bitter, the sour, and the salty water, which they represent the spirit of the sacred grandmothers of the four directions. Beloved Creator, we honor this at this sacred moment, at this place. Thank you for everybody for being here. Thank you for all of those that have been helping. Thank you so much. Have a lovely dinner. Bon appetit. All right, so we're going to start with Davy. You direct us. Who's going to eat first?
Okay. The people that are at the beginning of the line, you're going to eat first.
Where's the line?
The line is starting over.
Want to sit here, Davy? Sure. So first of all, I want to share with everybody that sacred bathing for us is something that we do from day one, before we're even born, okay? My mom was a midwife, and this was one of her specialties, was to bathe people, okay? So when we bathe, and I'm referring to we, meaning my family, my mom, okay? And the proper word would be bathing, okay? For every occasion, when you're born, before you get married, before you have a baby, when you cross over, multiple occasions. The recipe is always different. But the reason that I made this particular batch, it is for cleansing and clearing, okay? And if I had it my way, and forgive me for saying this, okay? Am I forgiven before I speak?
Absolutely. I have absolute faith in you.
Everything in your home. I would have done this bath before we started our trip. Don't get me started, okay? Okay, so the way that we do things in Central America is this way, okay? Because it is so sacred, and because it is something that, because it is so sacred, and because the herbs, it's their job to help us in clearing, okay? And it's not necessarily just clearing the physical body, but it is clearing the etheric body, because when we are looking for healing as humans, okay, everything starts outside of the physical body. So these herbs, what they have in common is that they all come from a 5-pointed flower. And you can mix them depending, okay? But because we don't have a whole week to talk about them and really break them down, and this is where Paul McKees comes in. Glenn, you know Paul McKees? Yeah. Paul is the one that did all the investigation on my mom's plants, and he took them down to like where they came from. Because in Central America, we say he's a genetic specialist, like a plant. He does investigations, and he finds out where the root of the plant is, like where they came from. And in Central America, like every nation of people, and I'm saying this because they're my people, okay? We say it's ours. It belongs to us. We've had it from the beginning of time. So I went home, and I said to my elders, I said, do I have permission to do some kind of genetic investigation about these plants and where they come from? And everybody said, yeah, you could, but you're going to find out that they're ours. Guess what? I went back home and I did my report. None of them are ours. Nothing. They're either European or they're from Africa. But they came from the holy gardens in, you know, the Mayan gardens, the Azteca gardens, in Central America, in Mexico, okay? So, these sacred gardens, they've been growing them there from day one. So, the preparation is done by the mother, the midwife, the person of medicine. And the thing is that you want to get the tiniest little container that you possibly can. Okay, so the herbs are here. I want each and every one of us, as I'm speaking, to just lift up the pot and smell it, because I'm going to then share it with you, and I want you to put it on your hands, whatever is exposed right now, your hands, okay, and your feet, okay? But come and introduce yourself to the pot of herbs, because it's not going to work unless we treat it in a sacred way, okay? Because it's not just a pot of herbs. And don't take your sweet time. Just hurry up and give the other person. This is the grandma in me. Just don't have all night. This is so that you could become one with the sacred brew. Everything we do is for external use. And it's not for consumption. Is everybody clear with that? Yes. Okay. The Mayan people are one of the few nations that talk about when we are born, we're born knowing, and we don't use medicine plants. Ingest medicine plants.
Oh, so we're not putting on.
We will. No, we will. Topically. Yeah, we will. Glenn. But first, come and introduce yourself. Did everybody introduce themselves to the team?
No.
Everybody happy?
Yes.
No need to worry here. This house is perfect.
I love it. Smells like metals. There's a smell.
Of course.
Healthy food. I guess everything healthy smells like metals.
When we were kids and
That's
we
right. It
had like a problem, you know, we're like 15 children, my mom would say to us, oh, you're having an indifferent moment.
I recognize that.
And it would stop you like, what? So she never said we were doing anything bad, no matter how naughty we were.
Comfort food.
Look what happened. Okay, is everybody? Everybody? Go.
I did, but I think I should go here because I want to take a very small moment.
You're okay. You don't need to. You don't need to make a big deal, okay? How's everybody doing? Okay, let's close it. Is everybody okay? Okay. So this is what happens, okay? So these herbs are designed specifically to clear the body. Do we got that straight? You don't need to think about it anymore, okay? Because we're going to talk about it tomorrow. And I'm going to be here with you the whole night with everybody, okay? And if anything comes up that you can't handle it, I'm here. Not that it will, but I'm just saying, okay? Because we're all different, right? Okay, so these little containers here come from my husband's homeland, which is Finland. And they're little water containers. So in Central America, we get the tiniest little, teeny weeny little container, and we dip in the pot. And let's say that we're in a place of bathing, wherever that is, whether it's outside in the sunshine, sitting in a rock, whatever. Not all of us have a fancy bathroom like this one over here, okay? So you do the best you can. So you sit there with your little pot, and you've already been taught, okay? You dip it, and you start dripping it on your feet. And you start thinking from as early as you can remember. From as way back as you can remember. And you say to yourself, beloved mother, I just want to clear this energy. Please help me. I want to remove it. I don't want to think about it anymore. I don't, whatever it is that we as humans say in our private prayer, with the Creator, okay? Whatever it is, because there's something that we're still holding on, okay? And so we start a little bit, and you drip it. And if we were like outside, I would show you, but I can't do it here in my floor. But if, tomorrow I will show you, okay? And tomorrow I will get teeny weeny little containers. I have little shells about this big so that you can do it. Start doing it on your feet. And so you do that, and you go through your whole body, you go, and then you dip, it comes into your legs, and you do this. And of course, when I do the bathing here, I say to people, bring your bathing suit, because everybody, it's like a group thing, but everybody's doing their individual thing. Then you do your fingers, and you cover your whole body with like a little teeny weeny little container, because you're thinking, a little drop, you don't need any more than that. You get yourself all wet, and you get yourself all wet, and you start praying. And you pray about, the union between the spirit of the plants, the spirit of the sacred waters, and how, you are releasing, okay? And you release everything, whatever it is that you need to release, okay? So we're going to do right now is, this is going to be the pot of stuff for tomorrow, but I have a spray container just to be practical for right now, okay? So we're going to do our feet, and we're going to do our hands. And if you want to, you can do a little spray on your forehead, but don't wet it too much because of the hour and it's getting colder. And just in consideration for the moment. So I'm going to come around and I'm going to give everybody the bottle, okay? But try to be considerate to your neighbors, And so I just cooled it down a little bit, okay, because it was pretty warm. And I was just thinking about practicality, okay? I keep thinking about my mom's words. She was something else, my mom. Okay. So you take, let's say you take your feet and you spray it, you know, like that. And this is like a cement floor. We just have to be careful, okay? So you do your feet, okay? And then you do your hands. Let's say that you might want to do more, whatever's exposed, okay? And you can go like this and just, you know, just wet yourself and give it to the next person. Don't hold on to the bottle, okay? Because if you're holding on to the bottle, I'm going to come over and spray you. And you go into your, you know, just place of stillness. And it'll get rid of, you know, pain, anxiety, all kinds of emotions, you know, different things. It depends on you. This is a dialogue between you and the spirit of the herbs and the water. It's very, very individual. I can't say much more than basic instructions. The rest of it is up to you, because everything that we do is a sacred dance between ourselves and the beloved Creator, right? And I'm dancing day and night. Yeah.
We can tell.
You can tell? And I'm going to get a towel from the bathroom just to pick up this wet section over here, okay? Does anybody have any questions? Anybody have any questions?
Yeah, what's the significance of the 5 pointed planes?
Okay, we're not going to get into that.
Okay.
Because we can't. We don't have a week. No, that's the significance. If you are asking someone that's like simple-minded like myself, they work together. And 5 and 5, they got to go together in order for the energy to work. There's this elder in Albuquerque that's doing this genetic investigation on the plants. He could give you like a whole academic rundown on the reason. For me, I come from a simple space, raised up very simply. I mean, I could see how it works. But I don't, you know, much more than that. For me, I don't have to investigate much more than that. Because, you know, for me, I see it. So is there anybody in the group that wants to have a healing? Oh, no.
That was a door, right?
Wait 1 second.
You asked.
No, I did, and I'm sorry. But just so that you can see how this like works, okay? Is there one person here? You know what, I'm going to pick going into prayer, being in prayer. You bathe over and over and over again. You know, you bless yourself with the water, bless yourself with the herbs. It's an ongoing thing. These herbs are grown by a very spiritual, conscientious grower. And he takes into consideration the constellations before he puts them in soil and all of that. So they're done with a lot of prayer. And so they start off with like that. And they're taken care of like that. So the grandmothers of the sacred waters, for example, as I mentioned before, they represent human emotions. Okay, and we as humans, have those emotions. They represent, the bitter water, the sweet water, the sour water, the salty water. And we as humans, have these waters in our bodies, with these different tastes. Okay, and they represent that. And today is the day of Imosh, which is the day of the sacred waters and the grandmothers. And so from last night at 12 o'clock at night, I was, talking to the grandmothers of the waters, and talking about, reintroducing the group and bringing everybody's face, So I've been praying and working on this for a while. And even though, we were together last week, but I had to come down and I was busy, I still carried you, in my heart and in my prayers. And, this preparation was done with all of the intentions to help you with the healing. Because we all need healing. It doesn't matter who we are. We're not beyond that, we're humans. And so we all need it all the time. Even if we have indifferent moments. Right? But tomorrow we're really going to dip into this, okay? Because I want you to go home feeling good, okay? Feeling yourself clear with the journeys that you did and everything that you saw and that you felt and that you tasted, with all your senses on your journey, okay? And think about your dreams, because they're always telling us something. Don't think about it. You're not going to think in my room. This is a no thinking room.
Think about it.
Think about it.
Thinking is thinking.
Marshall, my husband and I always go with these things that people say, like in New York, like forget about it. And then he'll say something else, that comes out of New York. So we just kind of laugh at each other. I learned to speak English in New York City, so in case you're wondering why I look like this and have this twang. Yeah, I got the twang.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody? Yeah? Everybody doing good? I did this and I did that, and then I say, I wasn't here. It's between you and spirit. And that's pretty much the bottom line. Yeah. So as long as we understand that, that we're the healers. I'm just showing you some small things that, my mom taught us as children, and reminding you of the power that we have. This is called an empowerment moment, in case we've forgotten about it, okay? We need to be in charge with what's going on with us. Especially if you're using herbs, is to really wash yourself, get rid of the days, whatever, and also rinse out your hair, wash it out, get rid of the body cream and deodorant, anything like that. And then you immerse yourself in these herbs. I tell you, it is the most incredible experience. If you can imagine being in a bathtub with these herbs, in a bathtub of herbs like that, it'll send you into another dimension. I'm serious. Yeah. If we can get this much energy moving with just a little spray, and we just did the feet and the hands, imagine when you submerge your body, hair and everything in there, and you just let yourself go. And you know, the little people, the little tiny little people that take care of the plants, you know. And of course, you know, these plants were here before us humans, you know. They have this incredible memory, you know, to help us. You know. Okay, so why don't you go ahead and stand up and, yeah. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to do some bathing tomorrow morning. Is everybody ready for that? Yeah. I know we're all falling asleep because I am. Okay? The name FloraDeMayo is the Spanish name for the plumeria or the frangipani. It's what it is. So when some people call me Flor, it's some other name. It's not my name. So I never answer. Not that I do it intentionally, it's just that it's not my name. You know, I mean, how do I know there's a flor next to me, right? I don't know that. Anyway, so that's where the name comes from, and it's midwife medicine, the FloraDeMayo, and my mom named me after the FloraDeMayo, other than being born in May, right? Yeah. Because it blooms in May. It has nothing to do with the word Mayo, okay? Yeah. And in Spanish, in Maya, it's called Cotzilla, which means flower of the water. Because in the Mayan language, we don't have the word May. It just doesn't exist. That's a Spanish word, you know. So it's called flower of the water. Cotzilla. Yeah. Or if you go to Mexico, they call it Sasquatchochle. Yeah. And either one of those I would answer to, just because it sounds so sweet. All right. Is everybody okay? Do you want to go say goodnight to the fire?
Yes.
Because we're going to have to put the fire to sleep right now.
So I'd like to encourage people, if you're sleeping here, to wake up early and go and be on this land as the sun rises. And find a place, let yourself be drawn to a place to sit or stand. And it's a really wonderful atmosphere. If there's something that's been calling to you as we've been journeying, just a feeling or a sense of something that's being born in you, or you know what it is, that would be the time to sit with that and just be present to it and let it show itself, let it teach you, let it be, let that part that's being born be. This is a place that is a place of birthing. At least that's my experience.
And I just want to thank everybody for being here. I'm going to carry you into my heart, you know, even when you go to bed, and work with you, because that's what I do, you know. I work with people. So, you know, I'll continue to work with you tonight and all that stuff.
Nice.
You know, I don't like to get into detailed stuff because that's not what we're doing here. And what I feel that I try to show us, okay, is just to remind us of how incredible and all-knowing that we are, you know? We've forgotten to do that outside of this house. You know, we really do. We forget that, you know? And so we have to bring ourselves back into that beautiful place and just, you know, love yourself.